Hi, Beery here with Positive Principles Dog Training and Paws for Essential Oils. Today we're going to talk about how we acclimate or introduce our pets to essential oils. I get many questions or comments that people tell me that, oh, their pets hate essential oils. And I let them know that's generally due to how we introduce them to the oils. Before we ever decide that we want to use essential oils with our pets, it's important that we listen to them and we acclimate them properly. We can even let them choose what essential oil is best for them. Pets are amazing. They can actually self-select essential oils that they themselves need, and sometimes it's not exactly what we think they need. So we need to kind of slow our roll and listen to our pets and see what it is that they're telling us. So a great way to do that is by providing 3-ish essential oils. I wouldn't do more than 3. And you can have them sitting out, 3 bottles, kind of spaced slightly apart, and see which oil your pet wants to approach on their own. So it actually can be done a couple different ways. You can leave the lids on, you can take the lids off, you could take a drop and put it on a hand towel and place those on the ground. See which ones your pets are drawn to. Once you've narrowed down what it is that they need for themselves, we can then work on acclimating them properly, especially if we're going to be using it topically or internally in food or water. So once we have it narrowed down, we can then choose to acclimate them by a couple different ways. We can diffuse the essential oils. I actually have a diffuser running most of the time in our household. My dogs and my cats choose to lay next to the diffusers as they choose. I don't make them. So you can diffuse it to get them acclimated. You can also apply it to yourself. So you could put it on your hands, you can put it on your clothing, and when your pets come up, they're going to have that aroma and associate that with you. Many times I'll actually put a calming oil on myself before going out to teach my group training classes. This actually gives off a scent to all the dogs in my class, and it helps them calm. And I've actually seen a considerable difference in some of the dogs in class just by having that aromatherapy in their presence during class time. So if you decide that your pet needs essential oils internally, it is best to break it down over multiple days and acclimate them to it. So I recommend you take your bottle. I would take the lid off. Normally you would have a stopper, so if it spilt over, it wouldn't go everywhere. And I would systematically start with my bottle about 4 to 6 feet away from my pets. And each meal time, I would systematically move the bottle closer and closer to the bowl. By the end game, I want the bottle sitting right next to the food bowl while my pet is eating. And you may be wondering, well, why? Why am I doing this? Because food is the #1 reinforcer in our pets' lives. They are going to eat. They're going to seek out their food. And if we systematically break down this food, which is positive, to a scent, which we want to be a positive experience, and we pair food and oils together, we're going to get that positive association. The biggest problems I find are when people don't properly break it down and don't teach their pets that the oils are a positive. And maybe an example would be using an essential oil for a dog that gets car sick. Well, in one case, one of my clients, we gave samples and we were given instructions, and she ended up putting the oil on as she got into the car with her dog. Well, unfortunately, the trigger of the car was already part of the sequence of events of the puppy getting sick, so she associated the oil as a negative. So we actually had to go back and counter condition the oil so that it wasn't a negative to her. And since then, fixed it, done. Oils work great for her. And she's no longer car sick because the oils have been able to help her with that. So anyhow, there are many different ways, but I can't stress enough, it's super important to break it down and allow them to choose and allow them to acclimate to the oils before we go and put it on them. It would be not unlike somebody coming up and just putting it on you. If you don't know what it is and you don't understand and you don't really know that you need it, it's a negative. So we don't want to make oils a negative. That's the last thing that we want to do. So for more oil information and how-tos and specific oil use, check out our website at Paws, the number 4, essentialoils.com. If you have additional questions about essential oils, please feel free to contact